This is the easiest way to get any villager trade for Minecraft Bedrock. Tools, mending, cheap emerald trades, anything. Materials are on screen, so pause the video and let's build. And building this thing is incredibly simple. The first thing we're going to do is use our building blocks. I'm using logs, but you can use whatever building block you would like. This is just to make it look a little bit prettier, and we're just going to create a little doorway like this. This is going to be where our villager sits, so we're going to take our building blocks and place down 5 building blocks in a U shape like this, and bring it all the way up, so a total of 3 blocks tall. Go ahead and place down a block in the center here. This block is incredibly important, especially if you're building this above ground like I am, because if this isn't here, then your villager could get struck by lightning, turning them into a witch, which would be no good. Next, we're going to place down a torch in the back here, that way it's nice and bright. Go ahead and replace this block too if you want him to stand on a nice block. I'm just going to use cobblestone here, and then we're going to remove 2 blocks like this. Grab your sticky piston, place the sticky piston down. Whatever workstation you would like, I'm going to go ahead and just use a lectern so that we can have a librarian. Place down a redstone dust right here. Replace this block and place down a lever. Go ahead and open this, and that is going to be where our villager goes. So the next thing we're going to do is place down a trapdoor, and that trapdoor is incredibly important because it's going to keep our villager trapped in there. I don't know why. I mean, this guy could totally just crouch out, but he can't leave. He's trapped here by this tiny little sliver. Just crouch, man. And the last thing we need to do is to place down a bed, that way our villager has something to link up to. It is very important that you're only dealing with one villager at a time. If you have multiple villagers in here and you're trying to cycle trades, what's going to end up happening is a villager is going to link to a workstation that isn't in front of them, so that is a problem. So make sure that you're doing this next bit with only one villager at a time, then locking the trades, and then you can bring in your next villager and workstation. And the easiest way to get villagers into this little chamber here is to place down some rails leading into here. Now these rails can lead to whatever you want, probably a villager breeder or some like nether portal where they're coming out of, and then of course you're going to have a minecart with a villager inside of the minecart. Now you would simply just push your villager in, just like that, get them right up in there, and then you can just go ahead and break the minecart, and because of this handy dandy trapdoor, he's actually stuck there, so that's great. So what we're going to do now is replace the lever, and we can go ahead and lift it up, and he is going to go ahead and link to the lectern. Now he is selling projectile protection 3 for 17 emeralds. I'm not too happy with that trade, so we're going to go ahead and remove the lever, flick it again, and let's see what he has now. He is selling Riptide 1. Not really feeling it. And you know, we can just keep going back and forth until we get all of the trades that we want. So you could do this with like 50 villagers, get every enchantment book, all of the diamond gear, cheap crop trades, that's a mouthful, and just have an incredibly diverse villager trading hall. I'm going to cycle through some trades. Alright, I've been cycling for like 2 or 3 minutes now, and I've got a pretty good trade here. 46 emeralds in a book for efficiency 4. It's a little expensive, but efficiency 4 is pretty great. So all you have to do is set one trade. So I traded with him once with paper, got an emerald, and now his trades are locked. So if I go ahead and move his workstation, he'll get upset, but he's going to keep his trades, and you know, that is how we keep him as this villager. And now that we have this guy locked in, no other villager is going to link to this workstation, so now we can replicate this and, you know, have as many trades as we want. And you know, it might look something like this. So we have this villager set, and we can bring in our next villager. We've got his workstation set up, but this pod right here doesn't have a workstation, because if there was a workstation here, then he would simply link up to this one, breaking, you know, the whole sorting thing. So it's very important that you're only doing one villager at a time. Be free. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, then be sure to subscribe and leave a like. My name is 1UpMC, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!